Hey guys, welcome to my tutorial. We're going to be using Photoshop 7. You can use whatever Photoshop you want. So, I just scanned this guy in, get my layer palette ready to go. Just scanned this guy in. He's wrinkly, he's got like lines all over. It's not a clean drawing. We're not going to use like paint bucket tool or anything. We're just going to do this with the paintbrush. So first thing we're going to do, make a copy of the background layer. We're going to name this guy Original Lines. We're going to leave this the background, and we're just going to control delete. It'll grab our background color right here and change it all to that. So if we turn our background layer off, we just have nice white. Next thing we're going to do, go to our original lines, go to image, adjust, brightness, contrast. We're going to turn the brightness up and get rid of all that crap back there. Then the contrast will bring back our lines. So now we have some yellow on the screen right here. We're going to get rid of that, get rid of this little dot here, and then we're going to get rid of just everything around him. So we're going to use the magic wand tool, select outside of him. We can select this and this right here. So that's just going to delete everything outside of our character. So now we just have our background, and our character. That's what we want. Then we're going to make a new one. We're going to call this one Colors. And then we're just going to start with whatever color we want. So we're just going to make him, we're going to start him out green. And we're just going to go through and, oh, we need to see how I started coloring on here. That goes behind him. So we want to make this original lines. We want to set that to multiply. And so that'll make anything that's white transparent. So now we'll stay on our colors and we'll just start coloring. So I don't want to color in his eyes. So I'm actually going to get a smaller brush here. And color in his hands. And his arms. And his tail there. And you're probably thinking, what the? This guy does not look like he's coloring good. Alright, so yes, we colored outside of our lines a little bit. But we have our green skin. Now we're going to color our shell. So let's make our shell like a little, we're going to make it like a, yeah, that color's good. I don't know what color that is. A gross shell green color, kind of like pea green or something. So you can see I'm doing the biggest color parts first. Next we're going to do his belly. We'll just make that like, I like making it like the color of like a Ninja Turtle shell. This like kind of orangey, beigey color. And I'm going to make my brush a little smaller here. Not that small. So you don't have to have any fancy pad or anything to do this, like a tablet or anything. I do have a tablet right here, but I'm going to do this whole thing with the mouse. So I missed some of his neck down there, so I'm just going to use my dropper tool, pick up that green color again, and pick up his neck down here. Now I'm going to make his, the part around his shell more like a bright orange. So that's going to be like the part around his shell that brings the two halves together. And if you were doing this for like an actual piece of artwork you cared about or whatever, you'd probably want to take a little more time and get these areas a little more separate. Like I went over with this orange quite a bit, so I'm going to pick up the shell again and just clean up where I went over, pick up the green, and clean up his arms right here where I went over. And then back. Alright, so we're getting a little carried away with the details. then we're gonna take brown, give him a brown stick. So the way I did that, just hold shift, and you can just make straight lines from one point to another. So I just held shift. Luckily I drew that stick pretty straight originally. And then we're gonna color his stick here. And then we'll color his bag blue. Nice blue bag. So I'm just doing all of this with a paintbrush. And you're probably thinking, yeah, but you've colored outside the lines so much it looks awful. That's okay. And then we're gonna do his eyes, like kind of pink right here. Pink, and we'll do his little lip right here, kind of pink. And then we'll do his tongue, like a nice pinkish red. So the whole time we've just stayed on these two layers. Well, the whole time we've actually stayed on colors. So if we turn the lines off, we just see that. If we turn our colors off, we see our original guy. I'm going to color this part under his eyes, the same as his tongue. And same on the other side. And then we want to do, we're just going to fix this part, color his eyes white. And this eye white. And then we'll do all his teeth white. So this is nice because we're coloring under the lines. Pick up this green and pick up this lip that we missed right here before. Oh, and white again because we missed a little tooth back there. Okay. So there we have our guy. And now to get rid of all that crap outside the lines, we're going to select our top layer, original lines, use our paintbrush tool, select outside of it. So see these dotted lines all around here, that's what it's going to delete. So we're going to select everything outside of our guy again. So then we're going to go back to our colors and delete them. And then we have our guy, and he's nice and colored inside the lines. Then we're going to use our burn tool. We're going to go back to our colors layer, and we're just going to shade this guy up a little bit. I'm on midtones, so we're just going to shade him up. Get inside there. Get under his eyes a little bit. This is going to be nice and shaded. This eye is probably just going to be a lot darker all around. And we'll make it bigger and make his head nice and round looking. And then we will make his arms a little rounder looking. So what's nice about this, see, I'm drawing on both the shell and the arm, and it's shading both of them. So it's kind of nice that way to use the burn tool, because it's just going to evenly shade everything. And this is just a quick way. If you wanted to do it like better, you'd probably pick your colors and make it more dynamic. But I like this way because it's nice and fast, and you still get the artsy part of it, and it still looks like you put some effort into it, but it doesn't take forever. We'll just do the bottom of his feet. The only thing, see, I've gone back and forth this way on that and up and down on that. And so we want to avoid things like that where it gets all crossed over. Do the back of his shell, his bag, and then we'll switch to our dodge tool, and we'll put that on midtones. And there, we'll just give him some nice highlights here. Highlight on his nose and on his eyes here. And again, you'd probably want to actually follow your lines and stuff, but this is just a quick tutorial to show you guys how you'd want to do this. And I forgot to do his tail, so we'll just get his tail down here again with the burn. And see, under there we need to delete that, so we're gonna go back to our lines, click that, go back to our color, delete it out. And we're also gonna delete this little part. I'm using the eraser here, deleting that part on the color. So there's our guy. We have our dinosaur. We'll give him a little shade underneath him. Get a nice, like, little dark purple color. And we'll just do our shade right there. And just shade him up a little bit. We should probably do his like fins and stuff. Let's do his fins like a purpley color. So what I'm going to do is select outside of our dinosaur, go back to our color, and then Control I, and that'll reverse what you're selected. So I have the dinosaur selected right now instead of what's outside of him. So I'm going to make a new layer and just add some little details to him. So we're going to do his claws, maybe some of his shell. See, what's nice about doing it this way is you don't have to worry about if you're gonna color outside. So there we go, we have our guy. Oh, I think I just clicked on my Adobe thing. Okay, so there's our guy. We can zoom out. I've already merged him down. Now we can make our canvas however big we want it. I did that with the crop tool. Just highlight or make your square, and then you can move it around. Wherever it's dark is where it's going to cut to. So we can just move our guy here and give him a nice pretty blue background. I'm going to do it with a gradient. Ta-da, there he is waiting for his ride. So there you have it. There's our guy. He's waiting for his ride. I hope this hopefully had fun. Let me know if you have any questions.